Hi guys, James here. Welcome to Boldly Goes Modelworks, and here we have part 3 of Tamiya's 1/35th scale Panzer 1 build. Now, it was fun and games doing the decals, as you can see. I had to get creative and paint the numbers on, because unfortunately they disintegrated. So, yeah, never mind. Moving swiftly on. So this has been sitting up the top and letting the decal set up a bit before I put a flat coat on it later this afternoon. And yeah, not much really to add there. It's a lovely little kit though. Let's get it dusted. That shows you how long it's been. It's getting bloody dusty. But yeah. No. So yeah, Posca pens to the rescue for the writing. I was rather cross with the myself. Unfortunately, I'd used Mr. Mark setter first, and used Mark softener. Once it had all dried off, and I dabbing it dry, the decal lifted off, didn't it? So never mind. Other than that, all the decals went down pretty well. Though they're thick, you do have to work them with micro sole, etc. But yeah. So I'm going to give this a flat coat and get on with painting the figure. Spoilers, it's nearly done. Just working out the flesh tones a little bit. So I'll see you in a bit. Maybe a few days, might not be. We're back on the Panzer with the Panzer 1. I've given her a flat coat of BMS HD varnish. This one. Okay, Mr. Unprepared. I had to step over to the spray booth. I've got to leave it to dry for a few days. Then I'll weather it, and we'll see you back here. Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of Tamiya's 1/35th scale Panzer 1 Ausf B build. Now, obviously, it's been a little while. Everything's nearly done on the Panzer 1, as you could see in my video, but obviously I was painting the figure up, and we went slightly wrong with the face. The paint somewhat reacted. So obviously you got one of the decals. Eventually got one of the decals down. Most of the others were trash on it, unfortunately. I highlighted his uniform with German grey and so forth. Gave him some highlights on the bits that were sticking up, so it makes him pop quite nicely. Let's have a look at him there. And yeah, so hopefully we shall get some weathering down on the Panzer 1 now that this is finished, got this one sealed. I can get on with bringing the Panzer 1 down and weathering it. So got some exciting times ahead on that one. So thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hi guys, James here. Welcome back to the Tamiya's 1/35th scale Panzer build. I think this is part 2. Obviously, in yesterday I was discussing said figure, and this is the we've got the armour down here now. So the armour's been given a light airbrush with some XF51, just to see it, so it shows it's accumulating dust and grime and whatever else. And then obviously we have the oils here. As you can see, they're leaching out linseed oil, so they'd be quite effective. And obviously, apart from my other one, my usual favourite, these are my usual favourites. So it's Abtalon 502, and this is dust, and obviously Starship Filth and Burnt Umber. So I'm not going to bore you with basically doing an oil wash. You saw that on my Stug build. Obviously I'm going to pick it out as when on it, and also attempt to bring out a bit of detail on the figure, more detail on the figure. So we'll see you in a bit. Right, so the oil wash is all done. I've got to let it all dry because I've done streaking effects and whatever else on it. And obviously the figure's had some oils on him. Doesn't look like much, but just get the right, and the figure's done. Next thing is to find the glazing where it is. There it is. Well, this is awkward. I did have the glazing on this. This is it. This is very awkward. I think we should go and have a look for it up by my workbench. I seem to up in the house because I think I took it out the box up there. So I'll be back in a little bit. Yeah. Panic over. I'll put it in another box. So I was able to locate that quite quickly. So I think what we'll do is we'll get the glazing glued in on here with some trusty glue and glaze. I think the glue and glaze has literally had it now, so all this rushing around is not good for you. Let's remove it from the bag. Yes, I put the obviously the Panzer 1 in another box. So I keep all my decaling set in, all my decaling potions and whatever, Y4 and whatnot's in it. teeny weeny pieces of glazing. All else fails. Sorry if this is a bit, I've gone off camera there. It's one bit of glazing in. More through luck than judgment. Let's do the other little one on that side. So get some glue and glaze in there. Get me. Because this thing is, these little pieces are chamfered on here. And there we go. That's the two little ones in. Two little ones being glazed. And let's do the big light here. And that's chamfered as well. So I've got to sit it down that way. And we've got to get some glue in the in like that. Wet fingertip. Hope the hell it fits in there. Job done. And there we go. That's the glazing in. Woohoo! And then the really daring part. Oops. Is dropping the crew root, the cab roof, which I've just done. In an unintentional advert for Brooks Models. Again, I must place an order this month. Don't forget the advert for the like so. Careful not to get any glue on it. Put that in. And it's time to get the driver in there. So we'll just clean the paint off the bottom here. Get some glue. This is why I use the contactor, because it gives you plenty of time to get in and let him set up. So there we go. And there we have the old tank commander in his approved position. I'll let this dry, and then I'll do it. I'll do a final reveal on it. As you can see, it's pretty much done, but I'll hopefully do this out in the daylight because it's nice and dry out there. Famous last words. And I'll see you in a bit. Oh, this bit's had a little bit to dry. I put her on a spinny thing here. I'll take this outside and do this, but obviously you can see this from an overhead view. What do I think of Tamiya's Panzer 1? Personally, I brought it, the kit. I absolutely enjoyed building it. Again, no issues whatsoever. It went together like a Swiss watch. The figure's basically fantastic, but it went together like modern Tamiya figures do. Camouflage scheme. There are camouflage schemes, but they've got to be much earlier pieces of armour. So whether they chose, obviously Tamiya chose it for a mass market, or I'm not sure. But again, the Panzer one. It's a really nice, dinky little tank. And just to show you how dinky little tank it is, let's put it up against a very dusty mini art Panzer 3. This is an Ausf C version, so it pretty much holds its own against them. Again, this one was built by an amateur, namely me. You can see the size difference. Quite apparent. It's quite apparent there. Yeah, it's a really nice little tank. Very clever in some of the way it engineers engineering pieces. I mean, the exhaust at the back, the jig is like fantastic on there, and the wheels, yeah, we've got no rock on it. The tracks, yes, a little bit of time needed to put them on, but again, they work really well and are really effective. This rope is another one, very clever, very thin on there, so you have to be careful with that, cutting the sprue gate off. I think the sprue gate's on here somewhere. It's exactly where I snapped it, unfortunately. And these little hooks, lifting hooks, you see dotted around the body, the upper hull here and here, and not the one, that one's a different one. I think there's two hidden underneath there. But yeah, the decals are a pain in the what's in, they're too thick. So I'd recommend you get aftermarket for it. But this one was built more or less out of the box. I did obviously paint the numbers on. Yeah, but all in all, it's a lovely little build. So just sorry it took so long to get the video out, because I was busy with other things on it. So obviously we'll get the this is the one thing about the oils that you've got. If you muck it up, you can correct it and clean them off. So there we go. But no, obviously they say, oh, it hasn't got any interior. There's not a lot of interior on a Panzer one, to be honest, because essentially you've got driver and commander, and that's it. So obviously this hatch can be opened. The hatch is openable. It's the gun ports are openable. I did notice that when I was building it. So you have got a level of posability. Obviously all the engine doors are closed, but it doesn't really matter. They've got some lovely detail on those, you can see. So I picked it out with the a black pin wash, and the tools. They are ubiquitous Tamiya tools. You can spend they're not multiple gazillions of parts with bits of PE to do the tool clamps. It's a really nice kit. So I'll leave the waffling there, and I shall take her outside in the daylight, and we'll do the spinny thing. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Right, let's get on the spinny thing. So you can see her going round and round. Yep, I'm going to have to be quite busy editing the video here because we've got the video's in about 5 parts. So expect some interesting jump cuts there. And you can see the subtle weathering of this streaking and what streaking effects on the upper hull. And some of the oily bits on there down below. So I've kept it it's relatively clean for me, this one. But anyway, that's enough waffling for me. And so finally, I shall say this: thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.